Hey, what's up? Vishwas here. I have been using the M2 MacBook Air for over a year now, and I think it is the perfect laptop for 99% of the people. So, should you buy it right now or wait for the M3 MacBook Air or buy already released M3 MacBook Pro? Let's find out in this video. And yeah, if you get something useful from this video, do subscribe to the channel. Alright, the short answer is of course yes. This laptop is still one of the top contenders in the market. I've used it for a fair amount of time and it has surprised me every time. So I have the Starlight model and it's great. It doesn't show fingerprints and the lighter color makes it less noticeable if it does get worn. This is the lightest and slimmest MacBook available, making it perfect for travel or carrying around. It is just over 1.22 kilograms and is completely fanless, so no noise at all while working, and there are no chances of dust getting in and stuck there. One tip, if you are thinking about purchasing this model, don't go with the midnight version. It is super magnetic to the fingerprints. The display is 13.6 inches diagonally with the notch for webcam, and this is the design language of Apple for past few years, so can't help it. Personally speaking, I don't like the notch. But the display of this model is often misunderstood. While the Pro screen gets brighter in HDR, the Air's display is still fantastic for most of the tasks, including photo and video editing. The blacks are deep, the colors are accurate. Even though Pro has max brightness of 1000 nits, that is applicable only for the HDR content. For the normal videos or most of the other stuff that you do is still in SDR. So in this case, Air's brightness is as good as Pro's. Of course, it doesn't have ProMotion 120Hz display, and I don't think it will be coming in next few models of the Air either, but most importantly, I don't miss that feature on Air. 120Hz is smooth, I know, but 60Hz display is absolutely fine for the human eyes. M2 Air comes with upgraded 1080p Full HD webcam, first time in MacBook Air since its inception back in 2008 when Steve Jobs pulled out first MacBook Air from an envelope, and the webcam quality is much better than its predecessors, I must say that. It comes with 3 mic array, which is good. The speakers are hidden, they are right up in the hinge of the laptop. They sound great. Not as much bass as MacBook Pros, but still very loud and perfectly suitable for consuming content. It has same backlit Magic Keyboard as MacBook Pros get. Keys have nice feedback, a Touch ID for securely logging in and for payments. Comes with Force Touch Trackpad. Again, same as Pros. Overall, the experience with keyboard and the trackpad is really good. It comes with 2 USB-C ports and a MagSafe charging port on the left and a 3.5mm headphone jack on the right, which also supports the high impedance headphones, by the way. The port arrangement is not perfect though. It would have been better if one of the USB-C ports was on the right side, and even though it has 2 USB-C ports, it actually supports only single external monitor. I don't know why, which is fine in most of the cases, but I don't know whether it is technically not feasible for Apple to provide support for at least 2 external monitors with their base M1, M2 and M3 chips, or they have intentionally done that to increase the sales of their Pro series. Though the M2 chip is super powerful, most of the complaints about the M2 Air are with its base model. Let me say this, if you are looking for a machine for normal day-to-day tasks like replying email, web browsing or attending video calls, the base model is absolutely fine. But if you need more power and performance, you will want to upgrade the RAM and storage for sure. I have the 16 gigs RAM and 512 gigs SSD model and it has been a beast. I have edited even 4K videos on it in DaVinci Resolve and it has handled everything smoothly. Even 3D modeling and other GPU intensive tasks are doable, although the machine will get warm and the battery will drain quickly, which is obvious. Talking about exact performance numbers, these are the Geekbench scores. M2 MacBook Air is definitely better than M1 MacBook Air in both single and multi-core performances. Not as good as M3 MacBook Pro, but remember M3 chip is built on a 3 nanometer process, which has to be more efficient than 5 nanometer M2 chip, and the Pro model has also a single fan to cool the system without throttling. I think yeah, overall it is a decent performance by M2 chip. Simply speaking, if M2 chip does some tasks for you, let's say in 2 minutes, M1 will take few more seconds to finish it and M3 will take few less seconds to finish it. Right? If those few seconds are precious to you, wait for the M3 MacBook Air or just buy M3 MacBook Pro. But as most of the users who are purchasing MacBooks now will be those who are currently having Intel's MacBook Airs or Pros, and believe me, any Apple Silicon Air or Pro is better than Intel's Air or Pro. Base M2 Air comes with 8 gigs RAM and 256 gigs of SSD, And because of the limited 8 gigs RAM, MacBook Air starts to use SSD as a RAM, and as it comes with a single NAND chip instead of two, which means less bandwidth for data transfer, it results in degraded performance. Still, I am saying this model is perfectly fine for the 99% of the users who mainly use their laptops for their day-to-day jobs. If you are not a heavy user, you can even go with the wedge-shaped M1 MacBook Air, whose base model has no issues with the slower SSDs at all. And if you want to use MacBook Air for productivity tasks like video editing or 3D rendering, consider upgrading it to at least 16 gigs of RAM and 512 gigs of SSD. Also get an unbinned version of the M2 chip. From the price point of view, originally the base model was released at $1199, but now it is $1099 on Apple's website and even cheaper on Amazon. I have put the links in the description, so do check those out. You can purchase both new and refurbished models at cheaper prices. M1 MacBook Air is even cheaper, so yeah, if you want to buy, consider it. If you are willing to do productivity work, spend at least $15.99 and get a model configuration I suggested just before. Speaking of battery life, you can get a full day on a charge with regular tasks, but if you are doing a video editing or 3D work, you will need to be near an outlet or carry a power bank. I have some recommendations for the power banks too. Links are in the description. The M2 Air has MagSafe back and color matching braided cables, which is great for freeing up extra USB-C port, and it also allows fast charging with 67 watts. Comes with Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.3, which have worked well for me, so no issues there. Overall thoughts, I love MacBook Airs and especially this M2 MacBook Air. It's portable, has a great screen, and it's powerful enough for most of the tasks. If you are looking for a versatile Mac that you can take anywhere, the M2 Air is great option. Latest M3 chip is undoubtedly powerful than M2 chip, but with those performance and battery life gains, I think Apple is likely to increase the new MacBook Air M3's price. And on the other hand, there won't be any design changes as this is the Apple's current design language and MacBook Air's design was changed just 18 months ago. So, do you agree with my opinions? Let me know in the comments below. Hit a like and make sure to subscribe to the channel. Cool. Thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next. Until then, peace.